Hi, good day to everyone. Welcome to assembling a very unique Toto video tutorial specially prepared for members like yourself. Now, if you've just joined us as a member, or today is your very first time having watched this video, please allow me to take this opportunity to thank you right from the bottom of my heart. Truly, I'm thankful, grateful, my gratitude to each and every one of you for your precious time watching this video. And yes, please allow me to take this opportunity to welcome you to assembling. Now what you're looking at right now is a WinToto advanced statistical software. This software is launched by example in the year 2004. Alright. It was also known as WinToto 2004, alright, and it's also known as WinToto Advanced Software. Now you may be wondering why the word 2004 is mentioned over here. Right. What happened is that in the year 2000, you watched my 4D video, you know that Win4D Advanced was launched in the year 2000. And it was 4 years later that we decided to launch WinToto Advanced. Now why 4 years? Good question. It literally took us 4 years to carefully looking at the development of software, and we are progressing towards one very important direction, and I think each and every one of you would love to know, and that is, we want to know that the very moment when this software has been launched and it landed into all our users' hands, can this software enhance your winning chance? That is a very important and a very valid thing that we are looking at. And it's only upon this confirmation that our development could achieve that we decided to go ahead and launch it. And what happened in the year 2006, which is 2 years later? You know something? We have winners for ourselves, alright? 5+1 winning. That very day, what happened was, in the year 2006, we were celebrating Chinese Lunar New Year, alright, in Singapore. And we have close to 55 of our users and members, alright, have met up with us, and we have actually celebrated the Lunar New Year together. And that very day, we have this Lunar New Year Hong Bao draw in Singapore, which is a $5 million jackpot Group 1 prize. And we decided to put together our money and we buy the total numbers together, and we have used by using the WinToto Advanced software to pick the winning numbers. And yes, we have won a 5+1 winning together. This is something very amazing. That's 2 years later. Alright. And what happened? And over here, please allow me to take this opportunity to really thank each and every one of you. Alright. So although already 9 years have passed, that very moment of joy is still in my mind. Alright. And I truly very thankful and very grateful to all the 55 members who have gathered at the assembly to pull for the total pulling. And I must say, truly right from the bottom of my heart, thankful, grateful, my gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you. Now, in the year 2013, we have another one important breakthrough, and this very year itself, we have developed one very important feature, and that particular feature is known as the reverse scan forecast. This reverse scan forecast does a little bit differently from the other forecasts that we have, in the sense that this particular forecast is very live, in the sense that once the moment when the result was being updated into the software, you does all the data interpretations, comparing the new data and the older data, and from there it generated the numbers for you. And that very year, in the year 2013, we have got 2 jackpot winners. One of them won a jackpot group 1 of 2.5 million and a jackpot group 2 of 250,000. We have gathered from them, and they told us is that their inspiration came from the reverse scan forecast numbers. I'm truly very thankful and grateful for their sharing. Alright, and as we know, we are progressing it very well, and I believe that more to come. And each time when we share incidences like that with our customers, most of the time we get a very encouraging feedback, and their feedback to us is very nice and sweet. They always personally feel that if hard work has really been put up by software, if there's any credit that comes along, right, for all this achievement, it should rightfully go to Excelsior. I'd like to take this opportunity to share with all of you that we admit that we have worked very hard, and I think we deserve, right, to be known that we have worked very hard because we really want to make sure whatever that we have committed to all of you, we want to do it. But what's most important thing of all, if there's any credit that comes along, I think it should be shared between Excelsior and you, the end user, because of your trust, your faith, your confidence in Excelsior, WinToto advanced maintenance support that allow us to progress to where we are today. So may I take this opportunity once again to thank you right from the bottom of my heart. I'm thankful, grateful, my gratitude to each and every one of you. Truly, thank you, thank you, thank you. 大家好，如果今天是你第一次目睹这个画面，或者是刚刚加入我们的会员，那我在这里跟大家分享，我在这里非常的感谢，也非常的感恩大家的宝贵时间来观看这个video。当然，我也在这里要跟大家分享的就是，我非常的欢迎大家的加入我们的会员。你今天所目睹的这个画面是我们 Excelsior 的 WinToto 软件，这个软件是专门研究 Toto 号码，它有两个名称，一个叫 WinToto 2004，一个叫做 WinToto Advanced。那你一定会觉得好奇的就是为什么有一个 WinToto 2004的这个名称？因为这个软件其实是在2004年推出到这个市场给大家去用。如果你有看过我们的这个 4D video， 你就知道我们的 4D video 其实是在2000年，也就是2000年那一年，我们把它推出到这个市场。4年过后，我们才来推出 WinToto Advanced。那我相信说，在每一个人的脑海里面，一定会在想，为什么要4年？4年是因为我们真正的要看好我们的这个发展，是否我们这个发展能不能够提高大家的中等率，那个是非常重要的一个问题，我们一定要做到，这个是非常重要的一个关键。也就是因为我们看好、看准了、瞄准了这个可能性，我们才把 WinToto Advanced 的软件推出到这个市场给大家去用。在那一刻开始，我们不断的发展这个软件。其实在2006年，我们有一个非常大的一个突破。那一年，我们有55位顾客人、会员人来到我们的 office 办公室，庆祝了农历新年。刚好在那一年，我们的新加坡有这个农历新年的红包中，它的这个 Jackpot Group 1的奖项是5 million。我们一起买号码。用了 WinToto Advanced 这个软件去选择了号码，当天晚上他选出的号码，让我们赢了一个5+1的号码。全新加坡有82位赢家 ，Excelsior 跟我们的会员们是其中之一。虽然已经过了9年，有可能你们会忘记了，但是对我而言，我是好比昨天一样的这种情况，非常的栩栩如生。但是我要在这里要跟大家分享的就是。我真的是非常的感谢，也非常的感恩你们的家人，我们的客人，让我们有机会见证了 WinToto Advanced 它这个软件的发展的这个功能。在2013年那一年，我们又有另外一个非常大的突破。在那一年，我们又见证了两个大赢家，我们有2个大赢家。那一年我们有。一个 Jackpot Group 1，他赢了一个 2.5 million， 另外一个是赢了一个 Jackpot Group 2 250千。根据他们所跟我们分享的，就是因为他用了我们的软件，我们有一个非常重要的一个发展，叫做 Reverse Scan 的预测。这个发展在这个软件之后，他们用了 Reverse Scan 所预测的号码，得到了这个灵感，选出了赢奖号。让我跟大家分享多一点点什么叫做 Reverse Scan 的这个功能。其实这个功能是专门预测多多号，它的活跃性是非常的不同。每一次你把最新的资料输入 update 那个 result 到我们的这个软件过后，这个 Reverse Scan 的这个功能，它就会把新的资料跟旧的资料做一个观察，从那边它就会分析最好的号码给我们。也就是从这个分析的这个过程中选出最好的号码给我们。当然，作为一个 user， 你用的时候你会觉得， 这样简单，我只是按一个钮，我就可以全部看到我要看的号码。真的是有这样大的功能。我老实跟你讲，这个功能真的是非常非常的特别，非常非常的不同。所以我要在这里跟大家再分享多一些的就是，我们这个 WinToto 的这个 Advanced 的 Reverse Scan 跟一般的 feature 真的是不同。我有跟很多顾客们分享这样的成功的同学，他们给了我们很大的鼓励。他们认为说，既然 Assembly 那么努力的去发展，如果要谈到这个功劳的话，应该是真正属于 Assembly 的。我在这里跟大家分享，就是我不可否认的，就是我们真的是很用心的去发展，因为我们要达到的就是每一个新的 version 一定要能够提高大家的重点区，这个非常的重要。也就是说，对我们而言，这个是非常重要的一个关键。但是如果一论到功劳来讲，我觉得这个功劳是属于 Assembly 跟大家的。为什么？因为没有你们的支持 ，Assembly 的 WinToto Advanced Maintenance Support， 老实讲，这个发展没有那么快速，也没有那么快看到这种成绩。所以我在这里真的要跟大家讲这么一句话，心中里面的话，也就是非常的感谢，也非常的感动，谢谢，谢谢，谢谢。Now, before we start the WinToto advanced discussion of numbers, please allow me to take this opportunity to share with you that Assembly has launched the latest WinToto version. All you need to do is click on the help check about WinToto Advanced. You could see that the new versions that we have is version 3.5.0.3. In other words, if you were to check your own Toto software by clicking on the help check about WinToto Advanced and you found out that your version is not 3.5.0.3, then what does that mean? It simply means that you're using the older version and not the latest version. Alright, please take note. Now, if you are using the older versions and not the latest version, I know that many people would ask me this question. What's the difference? Do I need to upgrade? Now, why not? Let us concentrate on one very important question. And the question is having a tool to enhance your winning chance a priority? If the answer is yes, you can be certain that Assembly new version is always better than older version because of our commitment to develop better software as we launch. So in other words, if your priority is to enhance your winning chance, definitely having the latest version is always better. I advise you and I encourage you. Upgrade is the ultimate answer, and that's the right move. Now I can only think of two probabilities that why you have not upgraded. One is that you have overlook the upgrading. Another one is that you can overlook the extension of your WinToto Advanced Maintenance Support. If those are the two reasons, since you're watching this video, I'd like to take this opportunity to really encourage you, sincerely encourage you, get it upgraded, get your WinToto Advanced extended. Always remember, this is a place whereby we can help each other to achieve one common goal, and that is we want to win jackpot together. Alright? And I'd like to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, we do have members who call us to check on. To us, it's a very important valid question. I find that it's worth sharing here. And there is, I already watched your video. Do I still need your software? I think that's a very valid question. But what about, let's take a look at the way the question has been asked. I always believe that if anyone would ask me a question like that, it just go to show that you definitely and certainly are looking for a tool to enhance your winning chance. If that's the answer, then I only can advise you. Having WinToto Advanced is the right choice. Go for it. Alright. Now if you'd like to get a copy of the software or you'd like to know more, right, my contact number is 9230-037. I repeat again, 9230-0837. My name is Hai Tong, spelled Haitong. Alright. If you're calling from overseas, remember +65 followed by 9230-0837. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 大家好。在我们还没有跟大家分享号码之前，那我在这里分享几个非常重要的信息。目前 Assembly 最新的 WinToto Advanced 的软件是 3.5.0.3。那如果你 check 一下你自己的个人的这个软件，很简单 ，alright， 你来到这里的时候，你记得可以 help check about WinToto Advanced 的时候，你就会看到这个 version 号码是 3.5.0.3， 这个是非常简单。那如果你看到的你的软件的 version 是 3.5.0.3 以下，那就是说你用的软件是旧的，不是新的。那问题来了， 顾客们会问我说：“诶，如果我用旧的跟新的什么差别？我一定要 upgrade 吗？”我觉得在还没回答这个问题之前，我觉得你应该问你自己一个非常重要的一个问题：是否提高个人的中奖几率是不是重要？如果是重要的话，那你就要明白的就是 Example 为什么会有新的 version， 是因为我们已经发展到每一个 version 一定要提高大家的动力，也就是说，我们也是看好这个走的这个方式已经有改变，所以我们一定要提高，一定要把发展的更好，所以新的 version 肯定是比旧的好。所以大家要明白，如果我们真的是很用心的去看好这个问题，一定要提高自己重点。当然，用心的是明确的选择。我鼓励你早一点upgrade。我只能够想到2个可能性，为什么你还没upgrade？第一就是你真的是忘记upgrade，因为工作很忙；第二就是你忘记把WinToto 的关什么点的时候延长，导致你还没有upgrade。如果在这种2个情况下，我鼓励你早点upgrade，这是最重要的。那另外一个问题是，时常有顾客们会问我们说：“诶，他已经看过我们的 video， 我觉得我还是不需要用你的软件，还需要买吗？”我觉得你能够问我这样的问题，就表示你一定是在寻找一个软件或者是一个工具来提高自己的动力。当然，如果你是在这样的情况下，那我觉得拥有 WinToto 是正确的选择。如果你很想要购买多了解，我的联络号码92300837，我再重复多一次92300837，我的名字叫海通，大海的海，大通的通。当然，如果你是从外国打来，记得加一个65在前面，92300837，谢谢，谢谢，谢谢。Okay, now let me close this, and I'd like to share something with you, and I think it's very valid to take a look. Alright, let's click on this thing called the display next gap statistics. Now, I want to share something very important with all of you in the sense that if I were to exclude the bonus, alright, you could see for yourself that we are talking about only 6 numbers without the bonus number. Alright, 我要跟大家分享的，刚才我按的是这个 version， 这个方式这个功能叫做 display next gap statistics。等一下我会跟大家分享。What I click here is called the display next gap statistics. Now I want to share with all of you something very important in the sense that the most recent draw, alright, it has got a total of 4 repeated numbers. 4, not 1, 4, alright. So you can see that very seldom I see such a situation happen. Right, 5 is a repeated number, 22 is a repeated number, right, 48 is a repeated number, 49 is also repeated. 4. Very seldom we see such a situation happen. Frankly speaking, very seldom. So it just goes to show to me that what happens the most recent, alright, is that there is indications of some changes. And I want all of you to understand, when such thing happens, alright, we do have some players, alright, some Toto enthusiasts. They do go for repeated numbers. They just buy the same number. Do not ask me why. When such thing happens, very likely that they have seen for themselves a 4 winning number, just like that. One simple straight 4 numbers. Right, so I want to tell you that this is not very common happen. But once it happens, it just goes to show that this is an indication of a change in the trend. And I think it's about time that you take a very close look, alright, a very close look of numbers that, alright, occurred from gap 1 to gap 6. That means if you were to buy any numbers from gap 1 to gap 6, starting from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, alright, 6, you know that you have got the 6 winning numbers inside your list. In short, I want to tell you is that now a lot of numbers looks like it's appearing from this very short gap numbers. Alright, so now what are the gap 1 to gap 6 numbers? Very simple. 在这里我要跟大家分享这个非常重要的一个讯息，就是我们通常不这个看到4个 repeated 号码，不是一个平常的事情，非常久才会有一次的这样的发现。但是从这里我们能够体会得到的就是，现在它多多号码的开采好像是走 short gap 的这个方向，对吧？就是说刚开采的号码不久的号码，它的重复率很强。也就是说，现在问题就是 怎样找 short gap 的号码 ？short gap 的意思是多少叫做 short gap 啊？就是现在我要跟大家分享。如果你有 WinToto Advanced，其实要找很简单。Alright, once you have got WinToto Advanced, to find a short gap number from gap 1 to gap 6 is very simple. Alright, all you needed to do, alright, go to here. Alright, summary. Sort by n gap, right? With the triangle pointing up, right? So in other words, gap 1 to gap 6 numbers are all these numbers here. So I will filter it for you right now, as you can see here, right? These are all the gap 1 number. I repeat again, gap 1 number. Alright, these are the gap 2 and all the way until gap 6. These are the gap 6 numbers. Alright, right click, copy, and I'm going to place it here. Alright, altogether, how many numbers? 29 numbers. In other words, if you were to base your criteria on gap 1 to gap 6 numbers, these are the 29 numbers that we are talking about. 在这里要跟大家分享的就是目前它的走向看起来是从刚刚开出的号码到过了6期的号码，所以我刚才选出来的号码就是刚刚开彩的号码 repeat number 到6期之类的号码全部都在这里，总共有29个号码。Total, we got 29 numbers with them. Now I want of you to take a close look at all these 29 numbers because very likely that you can spot, I think if the trend is on this skill of getting short gap number, very highly probable you'll see a 4 to 5 winning numbers. You do not be surprised. Another 6 winning numbers will appear again. Alright. 如果它的走向是真的是以 short gap 来开采的号码，当然这29个号码会带给大家一个非常好的消息，你有可能是 jackpot 入关的，所以记得总共29个号码在这里。Alright, I want you to take a close look at these 29 numbers because these are all very important information that you have. Alright, but of course if you want to go on a full view, it's impossible. The numbers of tickets is too many. Alright, I strongly encourage you, alright, if you're very serious about all these 29 numbers, right, you can do two things. Alright, one, at some point, alright, you can actually at some point. If not, then you go on this random view. Alright, in other words, you want to play all these 49 numbers but within your own budget. If you think that, okay, my budget is only $30, 30 tickets and you can, then just get this random view to pick 30 tickets for you out of that. How many tickets? 475,000 tickets. Alright, you just wanted 30 tickets. And just go for 30 tickets. It's just as simple. Alright, in other words, at least you know that all these 30 tickets that you have chosen, alright, it covers most of this number that is inside here. You can also do that. Always remember, example do not encourage you to overplay. We simply want you to understand, play within the budget. Very important, very important. Alright, please take note. 我要大家明白的就是，刚才我们明白的就是，刚才我们知道说 ，OK， 最近的号码就好像说是开始开的号码，全部都是 short gap 的号码，就是刚刚开不久的号码，它重复率很高，也就是从这里我们已经选出来了。但是如果我们要买全部的号码，400多千不可能啊。所以如果你认为说我只有30块，那你就用我们的 random view 再选30个号码就可以了咯。就是刚才我所示范的给大家看。Right， 所以我要大家明白的就是一定要好好的注意一下这边的方向，非常的重要。Alright, let's take a look at another area that of concern to you. Alright, you look at the 10 series, you know that from this number 30 to 39, there are just too many numbers when missing. Alright, so I would recommend take a closer look. Do not be alarmed that you see two numbers from here again. And what are the two numbers that I would like to recommend to all of you? Alright, then I will take a look at the display table. 从这里我们看到 10 series，10 series 就是我们把它分成1、2、3、4、5组，每一组里面大概是9个号码，1到9、10到19、20到29、30到39、40到49。我认为说30到39这来临的这一期，它开采的机会相当的高。Alright, so let's take a look at 30 to 39. Alright, we have got 31. We got all the way to 39. I would recommend take a close look at 31 and 33. Alright, these two numbers is good. Let's see how are the numbers that we can spot on. Alright, 31 From here, 30, alright, let's see which are the, from the display table, can we see anything from here? Alright, 30 to 39, which is here, alright. I strongly feel that these two numbers has got a good chance, alright, and that is 30, 31, and 33, alright, which is here, alright. But again, if you're talking about 36 and 39, I think not so good. I still feel that 31 and 30, 我认为说，如果以30到39的话，那我提高觉得应该注意一下 ，alright， 31跟33的好 ，alright。So you can always pick all these things. You can even put in as a key number, alright, 30 to 31. Alright, 30, 31. Alright, 6 numbers, alright, and then you can actually go for a full range if you want, alright. Right, you definitely right, you can go into the full as a key number if you want to, alright, and then you can actually random pick again, alright. You can say I want to pick the 30 tickets, and each tickets I want to make sure that it's got 30 and 31 inside here, alright. You can also do that, no problem. Right， 你也是可以有这样的一个选择，就是说 ，OK， 这29个号码里面，我太多了，我不可能付得起，不用紧，我要玩在自己个人发言。但是我认为说，每一张 ticket 我要看到的就是一定有30跟31号。Alright, you can choose that if you want to. Alright, but I think the best is still not 30 and 31. In fact, it's 31 and 33. Let me confirm again. 31, yeah, 31 and 33. So not 30 and 31. My mistake. I repeat again. Alright, 我刚才推荐的是31号跟33. Alright, so you can same thinking. Alright, bring these two number 30 tickets, so you can see that every ticket has got 30 and 31 and 33, not 30 and 31. Alright, my apologies. Okay, so 我觉得来临的这一期31跟33这两个号码是可能性很高，希望大家能够好的注意一下。我已经到了尾声，非常的感谢，也非常的感恩大家的宝贵时间来观看这个 video。如果你认为说这个 video 或者是这个软件，你拥有的这个软件对你的帮助很大，希望你能够跟你的亲戚朋友们分享这个 video， 跟他们分享这个软件的好处。我在这里，我是非常相信因果，我真的在这里提倡的就是，我希望大家能够积极的去做善事。积极的去布施，你布施的多，你善事做的多，我相信你的命运，你的福报是非常的大。我在这里鼓励大家的就是，如果你对个人的要求是要提高个人的中等距离，当然用新的软件这个 upgrade 你的新的这个 version， 或者是拥有Toto Advanced 是非常重要的，正确的选择。那如果你想要购买，多了解，我的联络号码是92300837，我的名字叫海通，重复多一次92300837，大海的海，大通的通，海通。如果你是从外国打来，记得加个65在前面92300837。我鼓励大家的就是记得，Toto是一个活人力的游戏，一定要玩在个人的预算里面，不要超越个人的预算，非常的重要的，一定要记得 ，Alright。记得 Exam Week 是一个地方，让你大家能够互相的这个努力，寻找我们的梦想，就是要中奖宝多。我希望你能够早一点认识 Exam Week， 早点拥有Toto Advanced，早点 upgrade， 我们大家一起的努力，一起去争取我们要的目标，就是中一个奖宝多。希望大家能够踊跃的支持 Exam Week。我在这里祝福大家。快快乐乐，健健康康中大奖！记得，如果你有中奖，发下你的 winning ticket 到92300837，在这里跟大家讲一种心中里面的话，感谢，也非常的感恩，谢谢。I've come to the end of my video presentation, so I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you right from the bottom of my heart. Thankful and grateful for your precious time watching this video. Now, if you already find this video or the software that you're using, WinToto Advanced, is very helpful to you, do share this video link with your friends and relatives. Do share the goodness of this software with your friends and relatives. Let them have a feel, alright, what software is all about. I'm a strong believer of cause and effect. I always believe that whatever you sow is whatever you reap. So please do more, alright, do more, accumulate more good deeds, alright, do more charity, and I can tell you there will be a change, alright, in the destiny of life. I strongly advocate that if you really believe in wanting to enhance your winning chance, upgrade and get to a WinToto advance is the right move. If you'd like to get a copy of the software, if you'd like to know more, feel free to contact me at 9230-037. I'll repeat again, 9230-037. My name is Hai Tong, spelled Haitong. Right, you're calling from overseas, remember +65 and find followed by 9230-037. Now over here, I'd like to say, to share with all of you is that lottery game is a game of probability, so always remember to play within a budget. Come and join us, alright? Get to our WinToto advance, be in our community. Always remember, assembly, this name is me, assembly, means we assemble together, and we have one common goal, is to win jackpot together. We can always share our expertise together. You can always give us your feedback when you have the software, because our upgrading is ongoing, and all feedback to us on how best the software is going to be, we welcome all feedbacks, because assembly truly want to develop the best of the best for each and every one of you. I truly welcome you, and remember, assembly is a place for you and me to achieve this dream of winning the jackpot Toto together. May I take this opportunity